And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way and adore my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, we hope your day is going terrible.
No, there's not.
So you're from Ohio.
I'm from Ohio.
And what are your thoughts on LeBron James?
I think LeBron is very talented, but he is no Michael Jordan.
There you go. He's the guy from Ohio. There it is.
And he's a traitor.
That too.
So, Wednesday night, I'm out having dinner and drinks with some friends. I'm wearing my Chicago Bulls hat, which I wear all the time, everywhere. This random guy comes up to me and he's like, "So are you really a Chicago Bulls fan?" I said, "I really am a Chicago Bulls fan," but I said more specifically, I'm a 90s Chicago Bulls fan and I'm a Michael Jordan fan. And he says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm from Ohio." So as soon as I hear he's from Ohio, I'm thinking, okay, let's see where this conversation goes. But he starts to talking and, he says he likes LeBron James, but LeBron James is definitely not Michael Jordan. I say to him, "Do you care if I put that on tape?" He says, "Not at all." So I pull out my phone and you heard the exchange. So he basically says, LeBron James is very talented, but he is no Michael Jordan. Again, this is a guy from Ohio, Fanboys. And not only did he say that, but you also heard him say, LeBron James is a traitor. And I would imagine that this has to be how most Cleveland fans feel about LeBron James. I'm sure there has to be a love-hate, bittersweet relationship there, even though if I was from Cleveland, I wouldn't want anything to do with LeBron James at all. I wouldn't even want to claim him. So this is the second time I've run into a person. The first time I ran into a woman, I was out at a local pub. I ran into a woman from Ohio, and she proceeds to talk about LeBron James. And then, of course, unprompted from me, she just goes in to say, well, hey, he's no Michael Jordan. So I think this shows a couple of things. It shows that mainstream media has successfully been able to insert LeBron James into the Michael Jordan conversation, so much so that even random strangers, when they talk about LeBron James, again, both these, the woman I met and the guy I met, were both from Ohio. So even when they talk about LeBron James, they always have to make it clear that they think Michael Jordan is number one. That is very interesting coming from people from Ohio. You LeBron James fanboys. You guys should notice that your king in the place where he is from, people still know that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But it got me thinking, and who knows, I may have to turn this into some sort of commercial about LeBron James wearing the number 23 and how this is the worst thing he could have ever done for his career. The worst thing that could have ever happened for someone who is so desperate for respect and all these things is to insert yourself into a conversation with Michael Jordan when you haven't earned it. It's to insert yourself from the very beginning into the conversation by simply choosing the number 23. And I think that says a lot about LeBron James. First of all, to me, it shows a lack of independence to, if I'm a basketball player and I'm truly wanting to be looked at as one of the greats, I don't think I'm going to choose one of the greats' numbers. I'm not gonna choose one of the greats' numbers. I'm gonna pick something else so that I can make a legacy for myself with that number. And so yeah, I think that shows a lack of independence from LeBron James from the get-go. A lack of really understanding what it takes to create your own legacy for you to choose the number 23. But then outside of that, right off the bat, when you choose that number, which a lot of people is going to see as disrespectful off the bat, including myself, I did not like LeBron James wearing the number 23. And more than ever, I hate the fact that LeBron James has worn the number 23. I truly hate it that he has put a stain on that number. And not a stain in a sense as if he could tarnish the legacy of Michael Jordan. I just hate the fact that LeBron James' name is associated with that number. It's kind of like it's kind of like your favorite restaurant, and it has two locations. In one location, the food is great. In the other location, the food is terrible. So yeah, just having to associate is like change your name. If you're not gonna hold up to the standards as the other restaurant, don't use the same name. Use a different name. So that's how I feel about LeBron James and the number 23. So let's talk about the consequences of LeBron James wearing the number 23. When you, as a superstar, when you, as the face of the league, and I'm gonna tell you why, fanboys, this video is particularly for you. So if you guys are tuning in, which I know that you are, I know you're out there and you're hanging on every word, and you're already upset because you were already upset before you clicked on the video. I'm sure just the sight of my name makes you upset. And that's good. I appreciate it. But fanboys, this is for you in particular. So, here's the problem with LeBron James wearing the number 23. Right off the bat, when you wear the number 23, LeBron James fanboys and LeBron, people are going to expect you to do the things that number 23 did. Let me say that again for you ridiculous fanboys. Let me say that again for you fanboys who are always talking about, oh, LeBron James is always held to unfair standards and blah, 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 blah. And, you are too hard on him about this and overcritical about that and blah, blah. And LeBron just can't get a break. When you choose the number 23, people are going to expect you to do the things that number 23 did because number 23 was such an icon, because number 23 was such a movement, because number 23 did things that no other superstar has done, not only on the basketball court, but off of the basketball court. Not only from a skills and domination standpoint, but from an influence standpoint. Number 23 is great in so many ways across the board. And not to mention, number 23 motivated the generation of fans that grew the NBA to the super success that it became during and after the Jordan era. These are all the things that's associated with that number 23. What's associated with the number 23 is struggle and overcoming. What's associated with the number 23 is never giving up. What's associated with the number 23 is setting new precedences. Like, for instance, the fact that saying that it takes a dominant big man to win a championship. Michael Jordan proved that a two guard could lead a team to 2 separate three-peats. And for those of us who were in the 90s, a lot of us really believe that had Michael Jordan never retired, it is a high probability that he would have won 8 straight. And there's no evidence to say otherwise because he never lost in the finals. So we can only assume that if he gets to the finals, that he's going to win. Michael Jordan set the precedence for Nike turning into an empire. For Nike deciding to do something they hadn't done for any other player. But if you've seen the movie Air, you see that, again, Michael Jordan's play on the basketball court inspired people to do things that hadn't been done. If you were alive in the 90s, you would have witnessed the insane amount of commercials and ads for Michael Jordans, from Wheaties to Gatorade, I Want to Be Like Mike, to Spike Lee. And it's got to be the shoes. If you were alive in the 90s, you were witness to everybody you knew played basketball, even if they couldn't play. Basketball was just the thing to do in the 90s. Everybody played all the time. I would say basketball is almost as common as social media for people. Everybody played of all ages. In the 90s, movies and TV shows full of basketball. All the great basketball movies pretty much took place in the 90s. When's the last time a great basketball movie has come out? What great basketball movie has LeBron James inspired? During the 90s, sitcoms frequently had scenes of shooting basketball. This is the number 23. This is the magnitude of the number 23. The Dream Team, and taking the game global and inspiring all the influx of overseas players who became great, like Dirk Nowitzki. This is the magnitude of number 23. This is what LeBron James thought it would be a good idea to put on his back right away from the get-go. When you wear the number 23, people are going to expect you to do the things that number 23 did. And one by one, LeBron James started abandoning all the things that the number 23 did. The number 23 participated in dunk contests for 2 reasons. Because he was a competitor, which strike one against LeBron. He's not a real competitor. He's someone who wants praise. But also, Michael Jordan did it for the fans. Strike 2 on LeBron James. LeBron James didn't care enough about the fans to felt like he owed the fans to do it. That includes you, fanboys. That's your king. Now, you guys might not care because you guys aren't real fans of the game anyway. Any of you fanboys who are in my comments talking about I'm a hater for telling the truth about LeBron James or giving my criticisms about what I think is wrong with LeBron James, you guys are not true fans of the game. You never were. You are just fans of LeBron James. So yes, LeBron James didn't care enough about the fans to participate in those dunk contests. This is a strike. You're not being like the number 23. You're not being like the number you chose to wear. Again, you chose to wear it. People are going to be comparing you to it. People are going to be holding you to the standard of it. Deciding to abandon Cleveland. Again, from the clip I played at the beginning, the guy said LeBron James is a traitor. People don't feel that way about Michael Jordan. People don't feel that way about the real number 23 because the real number 23 came to Chicago and said, hopefully we can win some championships. He came into Chicago humble. He wasn't stupid and to say, oh, I guarantee we're going to win not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. He didn't come into Chicago like that. He came into Chicago and said, hey, I'm going to do my best and hopefully we can win some championships. But I'm going to do my best out here. And he showed, and he not only said it, he did it. This is what people really fell in love with about Michael Jordan is when you watched him on the court, I would argue that quitting is not even in Michael Jordan. I would argue that is an attribute he just doesn't have. LeBron James has plenty of quit. He has plenty of it. Again, this is not like 23. The humility of 23. Michael Jordan is humble. Yeah, on the court, he's the most fierce of the fierce. But on the microphone, in front of the press, he's the most humble. I have never not only heard Michael Jordan call himself the greatest, but he always shuns that away. He has always said it is disrespectful to players who I won't have a chance to play against. It is disrespectful. But not only that, when they try to attribute things that Michael Jordan did, I heard an interview, and I'll do a video on this at some point, where they were, praising Michael Jordan for doing just what I said, for being able to be a two guard and win multiple championships in a league where they said it could only you needed a dominant big man. Well, Michael Jordan said, well, hey, I just proved to be a versatile player, but he went on to give players like Magic and Bird, he said those guys are versatile too. Like, he didn't want to take credit for being the one. He always gave props to the players before him. He may have mentioned Oscar Robertson. He may have mentioned Isaiah Thomas, but I don't know. I have to go back and look at the video. But he always gave credit to others. Michael Jordan's humility, that is attributed to the number 23, which LeBron James proved he should not wear, for simply saying that one right there made me the GOAT. For saying stuff like, you guys got to go back to your miserable lives. For saying stuff like, I want my respect too. LeBron James has proven that he should not have the number 23 on. He is nothing like the number 23. Unless they gonna allow you to put a negative in front of it, he should be number negative 23. So yeah, that is the problem. You wear the number 23, but real fans of the number 23, of the real number 23, we're gonna hold you to that. Real fans of the real number 23 who saw what greatness at its highest level on and off the court looked like, we're not gonna let you change the rules, change the standards, and put you in that same category. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, to me, this LeBron James made an immediate mistake upon entering the league by deciding to wear the number 23. That was, whatever scrutiny you thought you had, it was going to be more. Because you were then comparing yourself. Kobe didn't do that. But again, I think that speaks to mindset. I think one is the mindset of someone who actually wants to create greatness themselves, and the other is a mindset of someone who wants to leech off of greatness. And this is what LeBron James has done. This is what the LeBron James generation has done. LeBron James generation inherited from Michael Jordan an NBA that was as successful as it could be. And because they got to reap the rewards, because they got to reap the benefits, because they got to live in the mansion that someone else built, they thought that they were the ones. They thought that they were the ones, but they weren't the ones who built the mansion. Michael Jordan built the mansion, and Michael Jordan built the mansion off of the foundation that other players had left before him. And now LeBron James and James Harden and Anthony Edwards and all these players get to live in it and pretend like they were living the lifestyles of the rich and famous off of somebody else's work. And not only that, they spent their whole time in the mansion tearing up the mansion. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think, fanboys? This video was for you guys. This video was to give you an explanation of why your king gets so much criticism. I've done videos like this before, but I guess it was about time for another one. This is the explanation. When you wear the number 23 and want to insert yourself in a sentence with a guy who has done so much in every possible facet that is really unimaginable, on and off the court. Like I said, tell me what great basketball movies LeBron James has inspired. Where are the great basketball movies? All the great basketball movies were in the 90s. Tell me, where are the packed basketball courts? Not people just playing basketball. I'm talking about packed basketball courts. Because like I said, it was every court in the city when Michael Jordan was playing. Every court in the city. Everybody was playing basketball. Where is that today? People got to stop blaming stuff on social media as the reason why these things don't exist. Because to me, social media or no social media, if people are inspired to do something, they're going to do that thing. If someone comes along who has a basketball game worthy of inspiring people, people are going to want to do that. The only difference is in the social media age, well, people will be posting the videos. We'll see an influx of basketball videos like we've never seen before. With courts packed full of people having to wait an hour, 2 hours just to get in the game. This is how it used to be. You can't blame it on social media why basketball isn't as popular. It is the players. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wrap up this video, but like I said, it is the society we live in. There is nothing inspiring going on in society in any form of entertainment. Whether you're talking about basketball or movies or music, nothing inspiring is going on because everybody just wants praise. Everybody just wants, look at me for what I'm doing, instead of putting out some inspiring stuff, instead of being inspired by something other than praise and money. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.